and eye bags I could bring all the way over. So everything's at 100, right? That's clean. Dodge and burn was at 29, so I just bring that over to 100, right? Frequency separation, I'm gonna bring that over to 100. And before you know it, that does not look like a natural edit at all. That looks edited. Let's talk about creating natural edits in Evoto AI. What do I mean by that? Well, we have a tendency to overdo it. And especially with AI automation, it will just, do everything for us to where we make all of our do all of our retouching on one image. We kind of overdo it, probably a lot of. I'm guilty of that, right? And then we sync those AI edits, and we don't have to do any more blemish removal. We don't have to do any more dodge and burn. We don't have to do any of that on volume edits. We're doing a lot of these edits, right? So we got this image of Grace, right? And she's very particular about her look. Her agency is very particular about her look. A lot of these agencies these days, they do not like over editing. So just be aware of that. Less is more with the retouching, okay? In this case, you're looking at this. I feel like this looks like a pretty natural edit overall. Let's zoom in. If you zoom in, you can see that there's some little bumps in here and stuff. There's some little bit of dark circles. There's some little lines here. There's even a bump here that I can see when I zoom in. I didn't see it the way I'm looking at it on the screen here. If you're on a phone, obviously not, but I'm on a monitor here, and this would be like magazine size to me. So unless I'm planning on printing this on a billboard or something like that, or a large format, this is good enough right here. Now, if I was going to print it, maybe I would, zoom in, and you have this healing tool, right? And maybe I would go, that was the one that stuck out to me, and maybe go grab a couple of these, right? You start zooming in though, and it's like going down the rabbit hole, and you start wanting to get everything, right? So less is more. So let's talk about how do we go about doing this? What I'm noticing now after the fact is the discolor in the forehead, right? Maybe I need to go back and get that more than I do freckles and acne. I need to unify, the face coloring a little bit on the forehead, because she's got, it's the color is off a little bit there. So that's what I would notice more than freckles and acne. I would actually, if you're going to do freckles and acne, bring it up, be conservative. If they don't need it, don't go to 100, because it will smooth things out. You see how it smooth things out? Yeah, we still got texture and pores, but it smoothed it out quite a bit, bringing it to 100. So if instead maybe I went to, 30, which is what I tend to try to keep it at these days, is around 30. When you're zoomed in, sure, you can see some imperfections, but you've got a lot more texture there than you did before, right? And here's what you need to be aware of is when you start stacking these edits on top of each other, you get an even more edited look. Want to know what I mean? Okay, let's do the freckles and acne to 100. Let's do right now I have the dark circles at 39. She has dark circles always under her eyes. I'm going to bring those back, and you can see that she just has, those are just her eyes. Okay, that's the way they are. So I already know I'm going to need to bring that up, but I'm not going to bring it all the way over. I could, with her and eye bags, I could bring all the way over, right? And then see what that did? That looks pretty good, you'd think, right? So everything's at 100, right? That's clean. So let's go down to the skin retouching, and dodge and burn was at 29. So I'm just bring that over to 100, right? Frequency separation, I'm gonna bring that over to 100. And before you know it, you see what I'm saying? You have, let's zoom out. You really notice it when you zoom out. That does not look like a natural edit at all. That looks edited. Totally. It's too much. And the agency is going to hate it. I can tell you that right now. They want natural looks. Okay. So bring it all back. Dial it back. These are the ones I use most often, is the even, dodge, and burn. I don't use the frequency separation ever, pretty much. It's there if you want it. Some body skin I will use, but again, up to like 30%. So 30% rule almost across the board on these things, okay? So freckles and acne, 30%. So I'm going to go back to, I don't remember what my original edit was. I'm sure it was, I don't even know that it had freckles and acne. If it did, It was like maybe 30%. I didn't have the face mole removal because I want to keep those. The dark circles, here's the before. You can hit the little eyeball. There's without the tool. You see the difference that makes, but I'm going to take the eyeball off, and it's just too much though. Bring it back. 30% rule, guys. If 30. If you don't need it at all, don't do it. Now, that's just her natural look with those bags. I always give her a hard time about it, okay? But I really want to bring this higher. I really do, but I'm not going to do it, okay? I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to just do it a little bit, okay? That's a pretty, I think, a natural edit. We didn't do, I think originally maybe I did have some dodge and burn, just a little bit, okay? Just to even things out just a little bit. Did you see what that did? So there's without it, right? It's getting some of these lines under her eyes, right? And I'm just bringing it up just a little bit, and you can see it removed just a little bit there. And there's the before, right? So a lot of this edit is actually color and exposure. This stuff right here, highlights came down, blacks came down. So I used some parametric curves. That's where most of my edit is actually, right? And we have a really, what I think is a natural edit. So don't go too far on these edits, okay? And this, I have delivered these shots actually, and now I'm going back and I'm thinking maybe I should have evened this out. Now, if I want to, I can unify face complexion. Let's see what it does, if it does anything. Yeah, so it will even that out, okay? And again, that's at 100. That's one where, you know, you can jack it up a little bit. Maybe I could have done this a little bit and that would have helped. In retrospect, you know, that might have been a good option for the discoloration on the forehead a little bit. But, you know, it is what it is. So this, I delivered these shots to her for model photography, for agencies and things like that. Really dial it back. And if I'm being honest with you, I've had trouble doing that. All right, let me know what you thought of this. Let me know what your opinion is about editing. Is less more? Do you prefer the over edited? I say over, it's probably not over edited to you. A more edited look, or even a less edited look than this. I could bring the freckles and acne to nothing on this. Just keep it like that, and that's fine with me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching.